All right. Hello. So, usually I put the scripture reading parts or segments, I should say, in every single video. But since the video that this would have gone with was more of a trip highlight video, I thought it best to just make them two separate uploads because I just wanted them to be two separate uploads. However, and the video that this is going along with was a video of trip highlights. I believe the video is called I Planned This for 16 Months. And the scripture reading is the same verse that comes up at the beginning of that video. And it's in the book of Psalms, chapter 16, verse 11. And it goes like this: You make known to me the path of life. You will fill me with joy in your presence, with eternal pleasures at your right hand. So, what that means to me is that I believe that this was written by David, King David. And he's saying to God that, like, having God at his side, like being with God and following him is just like a source of joy for him. And a source of joy, a source of wisdom and pleasure. And it's kind of like talking about having the relationship with God and what that means to him and how joyful it is and how peaceful it can be. But for me, the reason why I chose this verse specifically in reference to that trip is because that trip taught me so much about myself. And I've already talked about it with a couple of other videos. It has taught me so much about myself, about the people that I want to be around, about the environment that I do well in, the type of people I do well with. And it let me examine myself back here in New Jersey. It let me look at myself with an outside perspective because I was gone for long enough. And it brought me a lot of joy because being away for long enough and being able to be still and examine all those things helped me see the path of life much more clearly. And I think that, how do I put it? This verse, so a lot of the times when I share a Bible verse, I read it and then I act on it. But this time, this verse kind of isn't like, all right, now do this. It's more like, this is what just happened, if that makes sense. So the verse is kind of telling me what just happened. Like when I was sitting with one of my friends, say Rosie, on the screen porch at the Airbnb near the bay. And we just talk. We spent a lot of time talking and just thinking. Or when I was in North Carolina visiting the city that I would want to live in someday. That was a lot of thinking also. And I was just like, all right, this is great. Like, I was very happy to just I looked back on this verse and I was just like, wow, God made a bunch of things clear to me. I didn't know what kind of place that I would want to live in if I stayed in the United States until this trip happened. I was always thinking about going abroad. I had no clue. I had a clue, but I didn't go, that's the place. This trip made me go, so that's the place. And I didn't know that I was capable of doing well with a group of people. I thought I was more of an individual guy. And I was like, wait, these are the kind of people I do well with. And he was there. And that trip was a huge learning experience. Lots of mistakes made, lots of everything made. But it was just great to see. So yeah. And think about. So yeah. That's the verse. Psalm 16, chapter 11. Sorry, Psalms chapter 16, verse 11. That's how it helped me. And that's what it means to me. And I think for how it can help you is just think about the things that you've learned. Think about the times that you felt peace. Think of the times when you've had great pleasures and it felt like a spiritual touch to it. That could be God just working with you and being with you. And yeah, so think about that. And it's just another opportunity to give gratitude. So yeah, enjoy your day, guys, and thanks for stopping by if you stopped by. Bye.